I will show you. So again, I have taken the old sample itself. And last time we explained this, allow weight controller. దాన్ని యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాను. So let's go to first. So what I have done. So we had a calculator class. So the calculator class is it. So this calculator class we used it in the hello world controller. So now, so what is that we need to okay, let me open the whiteboard. Hold on, Vish. So whiteboard cut ಮಾಡ್ತಾವನ್ನ.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, CSV file reading. So see, don't worry about the CSV file reading అంటే అది ఏదో ఫైల్ అనుకోదండి. So CSV is basically the comma separated file. So comma separated file అంటే మీరు నేను ఇది రాస్తాను. So first say for example employee name. Employee name, employee title. Then you have employee date of birth. Okay, so say then I will and I'll show you the path. మన ఏదో డౌన్లోడ్ చేసిన ఫైల్ ఎక్కడ పోయిందో తెలియదు. శాంపుల్ CSV ఫైల్. Slow ఉంది. So ఇది CSV file. Okay, so year, industry code, next industry name, then you have RME size, and so they are all separated by commas. So industry code వచ్చేసి A. Next industry name agriculture. So like this, every field has a data. So దీన్ని మనం first see. You need, so object oriented programming లో ఒక ఏదో అంత స్లో ఉంది పా ఈరోజు. ఈవెన్ మై సిస్టమ్ ఇస్ స్లో. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లో ఫస్ట్ మీ ప్రాబ్లమ్ స్టేట్మెంట్. సో ఏమది సో రీడ్ CSV file, then upload it to database. So these are the problem statements. Then provide REST API to upload a file. So these are the problem statements. ఒకటి read CSV file, upload to database. So read CSV file అంటే మీరు you need to use the text file reading. Okay, so దీనికి ఒక separate class పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. Okay, then this is your JPA. So JPA కి entity అవన్నీ వస్తాయి, దాని తర్వాత చూస్తాము. First let's try to solve the problem 1 and this problem 3. Okay, so database we will see later. So let's try to solve this one and this one and this one. So ఒక order లో చేస్తాం. First we will need to read the CSV file. So the read CSV file can be broken down further into చిన్న చిన్న క్లాసెస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. First let's try to read the CSV file program. So are you able, guys, are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So the problem statement ni itla break up చేసుకోవాలి. So you need to break up the problem statement like this. So once you break down, right, see the class names should be, see class names, how do you name the classes? See class can be a name of a person, so it should be a noun. It cannot be a verb. So with English tells kada, so you know English, right? So it has to be, so CSV reader is a noun. See, this is the class which will read the CSV file. So this class will have a function. Okay, so I will call it as read. See this CSV reading, what I will do is I will break it down into 2 steps. Okay, so ఆ రోజు నేను డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుంది, where did it go, that file? File data. Where did it go? It would have been easy. Not employee. CSV file download. Okay, let's take this as an example. So you can take any CSV file from here. So first step, what we should do is, let's take this example itself. So first step, you should read the file line by line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 lines only. So we need to read the file. So that is one step. So this is the first task we need to do. What is that? We need to write the code to read this step by step, all the lines. After you read, you can convert that into a class. See now, after reading the lines, what will it contain? This first line will contain the entire string. Then line 2. So list of strings and petkundam. So let's do this multi-step approach. So first step lo, what we will do is, okay, I will write down in notepad. The first step is read the file read all the lines, okay, all the lines of a file and store the lines into a list. Okay, by the way, guys, you don't know about list, right? List and all you know, right? Can I assume that you guys know list? Okay, Shrikant telsu. Naveen, Aparna,
Yes, sir.
Manish. You guys understand Manisha and Aparna, Naveen, you guys understand what is a list?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we know.
Aparna and Manisha gar?
Yes,
No? Huh? Yes?
yes, sir.
ఓకే ఓకే సో మనీషకు అర్థమైంది ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు చేస్తున్నారు నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు సో ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ నో ప్లీజ్ సే నో ఓకే అపర్ణ యూ అండర్స్టూడ్ యు నో వాట్ ఈస్ లిస్ట్
Yes,
ఓకే 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 సో so after you read all the lines what we will do is convert every line to an object. So what will that object contain? See, let's take this example email, okay? So what will it contain? It will contain login email. So that object will contain login email as a fields, okay? These are the fields. Next, identifier. Identifier. Okay, then first name. First name. Next one is last name. So any process, I see anything you read or from a file or from database, you need to store them as objects. Okay, so our objects, what will it contain? It will contain member variables and data and certain methods. So our object, okay, so let's call it as a email object. Email object. Okay, so our email class, okay, so it will contain what? It will contain your all the fields, class email, okay, email. So it will contain what? It will contain all your member fields. So what you should do, you should read, take this line, okay, take this line. So convert every line. So every line what you are going to do, see, you are going to read comma separated list. So okay, it is semicolon actually. It is not comma. Okay, so semicolon separated list and CSV ne actually. So instead of comma, you have semicolon. So these fields from every line we need to read and put them into this member variables email. So what will it contain? So all the lines. So how many fields are there? How many lines are there? There are 4 lines. So if the first one is a header, we will ignore it. We don't want the first line. The second line onwards, you have the data. So 4 people, so 4 logins, emails you have. Okay, so we need to read this. So first what we will do is, as I said, we will read all the lines of a file and store the lines into a list of string. So file reading methods. So how do you read the files? So you have multiple ways to read the file. Okay. So let's say for example, say this path, right? So the path I will for now hard code. Path ni నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నాను, I'm hard coding. Okay, so let me copy paste the path of that particular file. So email, so I think so email is there in the desktop directory. So just move it on to some other folder. Okay. So you just copy this path So this is the path email.csv. So this is how you need to give the path. So how do you read the file? So you have multiple ways to do it. So what we will do is we will use file reader. File reader. So file reader in a class java.io lo ఉంటుంది. So you can use the file reader. Okay, so I will call it as CSV reader. CSV reader. You need to create the object of it. New file reader. You should pass the path. Okay, so okay, so see the error చూడండి. So these things you can get easily confused. Okay, so if you read the documentation, right, unhandled exception file not found. So see this file reader will throw exception. Okay, when the file is not found. So what is the error it is showing? You need to see this. Okay, so you see this unhandled exception. See, in this case, you need to add exception to method signature. So see, because you are reading the file, you read, okay, read, I will say lines from CSV. So e file, because this file reader is throwing an exception, you should add a signature to it. ఇలా ఒక throws file not found exception యాడ్ చేయాలి. ఇలా ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది. So whenever a function which is called within the body of another function is throwing an exception, either you should use try catch. Try catch use చేసుకోవాలి. Okay, you should catch that exception. So ఇలానా చేసుకోవచ్చు. లేకపోతే throws అని you can define a throws using throws keyword. So this indicates that this function read lines from CSV function will throw file not found exception if the file which is present, which you have given, is not present in the location whichever you have specified. So see, this is the way you should specify the exceptions. If a function is throwing an exception, you should always mention it like this. Okay, it can be any user defined exception also. Guys, are you clear about this? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Manisha. Huh?
Can you explain once?
So explain, see, what should I explain? See, the file reader is a java.io package class. Okay, so you can see the read the explanation. Okay, read text from the character files using a default buffer size. Okay, so this class, see, what you need to understand is I should use a class file reader to read a text file. So this is, you understood, I don't know who said that, this you understood, right?
Yes, sir.
So for that you are going to pass the path. So now this file reader, this class, right, will throw an exception. When will it throw an exception? It will throw an exception when the path you have mentioned, the file name, right? Okay, let me change it to file name instead of path. File name. So I should change it here also. File name. See, I am trying to hard code. Okay, I will remove it later. Okay, so I'm just showing it for your better understanding. So you give the pass file. So what will happen? If the file reader class, if the file is not present, then it will throw an exception, file not found exception. Okay, so you should always whenever you are writing a function and within that function, if an exception is thrown, and I see this file reader is throwing an exception, right? So that should be declared like this. That throws file not found exception. Or there are two ways to solve this. Say, let's suppose I will delete this. If I delete this, it is showing the red color here, right? Can you see this red color?
Yes, sir.
So what it is saying, see, you see the description of this particular file reader class. So it says it throws a file not found exception. So either you should declare using throws keyword here, or you should put a try catch block. Otherwise, it will not the code will not compile. Okay, so try catch block for TC. So you do a try catch block like this. Catch file not found exception. Okay, I will call it as exp. Okay, so you should place that code within the try block. See, now the error is gone. Right? Understood?
Yes, sir.
ఎవరు అర్థం కాలేదని చెప్పారు కదా, ఎవరు అపర్ణనా మనిషినా?
Yes, sir.
ఎవరు అపర్ణనా? ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
మీ వాయిస్ క్లియర్ గా లేదు. ఐ డోంట్ నో వై. See, whether you understood it or not, yes or no? Yes or no? అర్థం కాలేదా? Say it, no. If you are not understood, don't keep silent. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Okay. మీరు ఒక మంచి మైక్ బోట్ది ఒక మంచి మైక్ ఉంటే స్టీరియో ఫోన్ వస్తుంది, దాన్ని తీసుకోండి. యువర్ వాయిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ క్లియర్ యాక్చువల్లీ. ఓకే, సో వాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు డూ ఇస్ this, either you can do like this, or you can simply call ikkada declaration lo I will remove this. I will simply call throws file not found exception. So the error will be gone. Okay, so now let's concentrate on reading the file. So what I have done is here I have created an object of file reader. Okay, I think so this will end, this meeting will end. Let me try to finish it off. So now using this CSV reader, what I can do is I can read the file. See, what are the functions, different functions you have? Read. Okay, so then you have so many functions for reading. So you see, all these returns the integer. Okay, so but we need to read string by string. So దానికి ఏమవుతుందంటే, see, that for that you have something called as see, this is a file reader object. Okay, so we should use something called as a buffered reader. Okay, so line by line read cheyalante you should use something called as a buffered reader. So a buffered reader ki you are going to send this. Okay, just a second, hold on. I'm just looking at the other code. or we will use directly the buffer reader. Okay, so correct count. So buffer reader help చూసాను నేను. So you can read the buffer reader help. Oracle దాంట్లో ఉంటుంది. So buffer reader ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. So buffer reader is equal to new buffer reader. See, these are the steps which you need to follow. Okay, so there is no other way. I mean, you can read the file in multiple ways, but this is one of the way. So a buffer reader ఏం చేయాలంటే నేను, so I need to pass the file reader object which I have created. Okay, so after this, then we can read line by line. Okay, so I will declare one string variable line. Okay, so in that I will just simply store a null string. Okay, so then I'll put a file loop. Okay, while line is equal to so buffered reader objective dot read line. Okay, not equal to null. Okay, so this again throws an exception. IO exception throws చేస్తుంది. దీని కూడాను ఒక మెథడ్ సిగ్నేచర్ లకి యాడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. So that file, see, why that file not found exception is gone? Because see, in hierarchical inheritance, the file not found exception is inherited from IO exception. Okay, so IO exception is a parent class of file not found exception. So because this read line, okay, so is throwing an exception. So what it is saying, provided string. There's something wrong here. It's a line of the text. A line is concerned. What was it? Return string containing the contents. Okay, provided boolean. This is okay. I need to close the parenthesis here. Okay. This code you are understanding? Srikanth? So what I am doing is I am reading.
Yes, sir.
I am reading line by line and checking if it is not equal to null. So e bracket lo untadi easy. Okay, I will divide this. Okay, I will break it up and show you. Okay, so what will this do? Read a line from the file. Okay, so which is your buffered reader. So while you read, see, simple. Okay, text file read cheyali. If you are reading the text from a file, this is the step you should follow. Okay, so the first step is create a file reader object. Okay, so then you should create a buffer reader and pass the file reader object. Okay, then you are going to read line by line. So here I have read the line. So see what will happen? The br.readLine will read a line and return the line, and it is stored in the string variable line. So now I need to check. Okay, so this has to be in the loop only. I cannot push it outside. So so this entire line I am comparing it with. So if the line is null or not. So when will it return null? It will return null when end of file has reached. So end of file when is after reading the file 4 lines, your end of file will be reached. So in that case, this read line will return null. Okay. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Others? Naveen, Parna, Manisha.
sir.
సో నేను అడుగుతున్నాను, సో అప్పుడప్పుడు అక్కడక్కడ క్లియర్ చేసుకోండి డౌట్స్. సో వాట్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్, ఐఎమ్ రీడింగ్ లైన్ బై లైన్. సో ఓకే, యూ నీడ్ టు సెండ్ అనదర్ మీటింగ్ రిక్వెస్ట్. ఓకే, లెట్ ఇట్ ఫినిష్. సో ఐఎమ్ రీడింగ్ ఇట్. సో see, I need what I'm doing. So let me first read the file, read the lines and print it. Okay, so నేను చేస్తాను S out. I will print the line. Okay, and I will display this. So I will see. I will try to show you the output of this. What is it? Okay, so list of strings. So నేను దాన్ని list of string అని డిక్లేర్ చేసుకుని దాన్ని రిటర్న్ చేయాలి. So I need to declare the list of strings.